Hello, good people. This is your guy, Mr. Educator, Mr. Communicator, Mr. Free Thinker, coming back at you live once again from the Lone Star State with another edition of the Meter Mike Speaks. All right, good people, it is 6 minutes past the hour. Yes, and we are the voice of the everyday citizen. All right, good people, honestly, I got dragged into this. Just letting you know. I did. Because a few of my subscribers kept asking me, what are my thoughts, actually? That's all. It was mainly, what do I think about the slap? The slap, they say, heard around the world, over 100 million people watching, and the aftermath. So I said, okay, I'll give in, I'll give it a go. Hey, they are my fans. Hey, I am here for my subscribers. And yes, as I stated, the Mike Speaks, we are the voice of the everyday citizen. So let's put this into context here and put some logic into this. As you saw in the description box, I thought it was utterly ridiculous. Quite shameful, quite embarrassing. And yes, I do believe it was staged, as stated in the title. They're going to talk about history and all of this. Okay, first of all, let's just cut to the chase. The Academy Awards has been dying for the past 5 years or more. The ratings have been dropping tremendously. No one is watching. Ever since you have Netflix, YouTube, everything else, ratings are down. So every year they need something to spice this up. And now that we're back past the Rona, here we are. You see, I can point out bits and pieces of this, to show you. To hope you can understand. First of all, there's no way Will Smith would have came up on stage like that. They have too much security, too many things going on to where they wouldn't let you come up like that. They're not going to let you do that. That's the first thing people need to understand. But I guess when you have a lot of people who don't think logically, they're just going to go with it. And that's not the way things work, especially in the real world. You don't get a chance to get that close to anyone. Let's say number two. Let's take it from the beginning. Because I don't want to talk about the feud between Wild Wild West, the joke Chris Rock made. Really? Come on now. He made the joke from the teleprompter, and that's exactly what he was reading from, most likely. Will Smith laughed. Not only one time, but twice. Now, Jada, on the other hand, first of all, I don't know why Jada was sitting way over there, because you had Lupita Nyong'o, she's sitting behind Will Smith, and I'm like, okay, well, who is this? Is she your date? But then Jada's sitting off to his left. I don't understand that either, but be that as it may, don't worry about that. But the bottom line is, Will Smith laughed. You see, if it was not that funny, or if it's that serious, why did he laugh from the get-go and laughed twice? Until Jada somehow felt that she didn't like it twice, but he laughed twice. And then he's going to decide to do something about it. Utterly ridiculous. You're a grown man. You're in your 50s. I think you both are. I think Chris Rock may be in his 52. You're in your 50s. You're 50-something years old, and you're going up there with this staged act doing what you're doing. Really, and when he walked off, if you notice Will Smith walking off, you do not see the anger on his face. Good people, get a chance, watch the video again. After he does the little, I don't know how many times they probably rehearsed this. But when he turns around and walks away, that's not an angry man. Because if you're that serious, if you're showing that much aggression, when you turn around and walk away, they'll see it on your face. No, it was halfway almost. He was almost laughing, pretty much. Just check it out. This is not how you handle this. I don't know if Will is getting the Simp of the Year award, not for this, but I'm saying in the past, and maybe he's trying to make up for it. But the bottom line is, it's not in him. It's just not. He's a great actor when he's not joking a lot. When he's serious, he's phenomenal. But it is what it is. For a rapper to say he doesn't like to use profanity, he sure used it that night. Things that make you go, Someone who refuses to use profanity in his rap songs and in the movies. He used it that night. Really? Okay. Now, I know Jada got her own thing going on, and I don't want to talk about anyone's past indiscretions as such. I don't want to hear about all that, regardless. The bottom line is, this should never have happened. This is not the way you handle things. And I do believe it was staged. He never would have got that close to Chris Rock. You have one of the most non-threatening men on stage. Not throwing shade at Chris Rock. I do like his comic routine. But one of the most non-threatening men on stage. You go up there to put hands on one of the most non-threatening men in the world. Comedians. Comedian, that is. Bottom line is that was assault. Charges can be brought, but that's not going to happen. But in the confines of the law, it is what it is. That is an assault. And Will Smith can be arrested for that. But we know that's not going to happen. But all this about, defending her on and all this, these are feeble-minded, small-minded people who will not listen to the logic or looking at the logic or the big picture of this situation. This was staged. Simple as that. Don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear all of this. And it did, I do believe, or it is going to receive the ratings that they hope for. Simple as that. Will it affect Will's credibility? I don't know. He's a phenomenal actor. I think he's worth, half a billion, I do believe. So, I don't know. But I just don't think that it went down the way people think, like it was so spontaneous and he laughed. If your wife didn't find it funny, you wouldn't have found it funny either. That means you're not in sync. We know that, and it showed. You're not in sync. You're laughing, she's not. Then Chris Rock says something, you laugh again, she's not, then you're going to get upset. That's a childlike mentality. That's like looking over at your parents saying, it's not funny. Oh, okay, I shouldn't have laughed. Like teaching you how to behave. Utterly ridiculous. But Will Smith is still a phenomenal actor, and I congratulate him on his win. Well deserved, with the exception of the fiasco. Until next time, this is your guy, Mr. Educator, Mr. Communicator, Mr. Free Thinker. Subscribe, share, and like to keep me rocking on the mic. Have a good night.
They'll understand you soon, it won't be long. Keep on, keep running.